Hi everyone, welcome back to Amity Bloom. Today is a bullet journal day. This is the altered bullet journal that I used altering a vintage book and then using the book pages, covering them up to use as a bullet journal. Super in love with the system, extremely easy, takes away that pressure of having a perfect bullet journal, and especially for the type of planning that I do, jotting things down in list form, crossing it off when it's done. This method works really well for me. My bullet journal is my space of freedom where I can jot down what I need to do in the easiest format for me and just put down papers that I really enjoy. This is an example of one of my happy pages, adding a beautiful image, decorating it with some washi, and then adding a little sentiment, a phrase, some mini journaling. This is from my journal sentiment cards. This made me smile, and I just jot down what made me smile this month. And this is meaningful for me because in the month of April, I learned a lot and I grew a lot. Not height-wise, I'm still 5'2", but I learned a lot about my family. I learned a lot about myself. On the sister page, I actually did do some planning, so this is kind of how I treat my bullet journal, half functional and then half inspirational for me. And on this page, I covered up the book page, but I left the number because I thought that was really sweet. We're on page 87 in the book that we're altering. But this is one of my printables in my shop, and then I just used some scraps left over from one of my wallpapers. I always like to start a planner page with a quote. It kind of motivates me to get things done, to plan what I need to do that month, to not waste time. It's motivational for me. So the quote is, "Don't worry and overthink your ideas. The world of creativity is at your fingertips." Having these little motivational pieces throughout my bullet journal helps me keep on track. Whenever I use a little square for my planning in my bullet journal, that means that whatever I'm doing needs to be finished, so nothing can be left unfinished. I have to finish everything in order for that task to be completed. But then when I create these little circles, they look like a UFO, honestly. This little circle right here looks like a UFO or like a half moon or a piece of a pie, but that's the symbol that I like to use. For projects or planning that needs to be finished in 2 different times. So there's a part 1 and a part 2. And I like to use this little symbol to let me know, okay, I will get half of the things done for this part, and then for the next month or the next week, I will finish the rest of that. And then when I finish it, which I actually didn't do, when I finish the task, so part 1, I color it in, or I just fill it in with a pen. So that lets me know, perfect, part 1 was finished, and then I still need to do part 2. Not intimidating at all, just keeping it very simple with my symbols. Try to say that 5 times, keeping it simple with my symbols. Yeah, that's a little tongue twister, but I like to keep it simple. It works best for me, and I get things done. This month was super productive for me, and it was because I think I followed this new system of planning. Instead of just listing everything in a category, I listed it with a symbol and broke it into parts, which I really enjoyed. And then for decorating, you know my style, it's very simple, especially in my bullet journal. So I do my doodles with markers and then some stickers and washi. That's pretty much it. Not intimidating at all. And then for the month of May, you'll notice I went a little crazy with the collaging. I used some of my digital wallpaper prints in the most recent pack. It's already collaged for you, so I have 3 different patterns here that bring a lot of emphasis to the page. And then I just used paper scraps that I had left over, some washi tape. I'm using a lot of my washi in my bullet journal because it's very flat. If you add washi on your bullet journal pages, it doesn't add any bulk, which I really enjoy. So this is my calendar page for May. You'll notice my calendar is teeny tiny. I like to use my calendar for the monthly view just to see the numbers and the days. I don't like to write in my monthly calendar. I like to write in list form. So I only outline the important days in marker or pen. And with this one, I just used some vintage paper and I made it really small as I didn't want it to take up a lot of my page. If you notice for April, I took up a whole page and it was nice, but I didn't really need to take up that much space for it. So with this one, I wanted to just make the paper shine collage. This is some vintage note paper, covered up the book page, and then this is my to-do. So Whatever I need to get done this month that's important, that pertains to the colored parts of my calendar, I will jot it down here, and then I can add some more paper and continue. What I love so much about this style is that I can go from a very minimal spread where I just have my calendar and then the month to a crazier spread that has more color, more paper, and I can switch it up. So next month I can do it completely different because it's not a book that's planned for me. I am planning the book. It's not planning myself. Super freeing, and I always have a ton of fun. So for the pages that we're going to be creating today, it's going to be for the 2 weeks that are left in May. I already have selected the papers that I'm going to be using. Since this is an altered book, I need to cover up the text. And I like to always go for my scraps, and you glue this right on top of your book page. So I like to just add glue to the entire page and then place my piano paper on top. So now is the fun part. Now I can use my pieces of paper that I want to decorate some ledger, some of my wallpaper printables. I have stickers. I really love using stickers in my bullet journal. This is a new set that I bought called Magical Forest by Crate Paper. I think Maggie Holmes designed it. And I just love her lettering. I love the cute little animals, little bunnies and foxes, a very woodland themed. And of course, a ton of washi tape. Who doesn't love washi, am I right? A ton of washi tape, some paper scraps, some stickers. Don't roll away, buddy. You're gonna be used. And some markers. So let me start decorating these pages so we can begin planning for the rest of May. Okay, now it's time to decorate my pages a little bit more. I have the base of them finished where I separated the weeks and I labeled them. I used some washi tape and some paper on the edges, and this way I have all of this planning space in the center. This is one of my favorite layouts for my weekly pages. And now it's time to play with some stamps. I love stamping in my bullet journal because it doesn't add any bulk. And I use up some of my pretty stamps in my collection. And I also like stamping with these chalk Versamagic ink pads. A really lovely way of using your inks and your stamps in your bullet journals without adding bulk. I'm going to do the same thing to this one. This is a really pretty floral one. And then I like to take leftover ink and just add it on my pages very spontaneously. I like to stamp randomly because I like to give it a kind of a worn-in, messy look. But you can also just stamp your own way. I mean, everyone's choices are different, which makes bullet journaling a lot of fun because you get to see people use their bullet journals in different ways. Now I'm going to take some adorable washi tape. It doesn't have to do with the spread at all, so I'm not going to be baking cupcakes on Wednesday or Thursday in 2 weeks. But I like how it looks. It just makes it really pleasing for me to then use these pages for my planning. Using little pieces of washi tape as stickers kind of to decorate makes it a lot of fun, makes it really enjoyable, and then you get to decide where everything goes, which I really, really like. It's not like a planner page that's already set for you. You decide where you want things placed, and I like having some decorative washi stickers. I'm not sure where I purchased this from, but it was a sample of washi, and it has the cutest little teacups and little like teaware and cookies, and it's just the cutest thing. So here's a little teapot, here's another teacup, and then here's a little piece of cake. So I love this. The way that I like to use my washi tape is very random, as that's the style that I really like. Here I ripped a little piece of it instead of adding a whole piece of washi, just to give a little bit more character. And I think now I can start using some stickers. These floral doodle stickers are some of my favorites. I like adding my stickers in between the weeks. This adorable little fox one. Should we add it here? I think I'll put it right on top of my washi. Oh, that looks so adorable. Okay, great. Lovely. I'm just going to take a little bit of my marker and I'm going to outline the flower petals just a little bit. I like writing with my marker as it gives me a different font. Having different fonts on my bullet journal page, I really enjoy that. So this is when I go to my markers and I start writing in what I need to get done for the rest of the month. So I have finished pre-planning, which kind of looks like I already planned the future weeks. You'll notice that my method of planning is very free-flowing. I want it to look kind of like a sketchbook of just my writings, doodles, stamping, my favorite washi's or stickers at the moment. And they go in conjunction with my monthly calendar, my list of to-dos. Next month, we will start creating a happy page, the date page, and I will of course be keeping you guys informed with how this little bullet journal is being filled up. I absolutely love all of the pages. I love how they're turning out, and I really enjoy this month's kind of collage freestyle way of putting papers, stickers, and washi's together, including stamping, everything that we love to use. Washi, stickers, stamps, that sometimes is difficult to combine them together. I like to use my bullet journal to just put everything that I love that makes me happy and to plan around that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed taking a peek into May's pages in my bullet journal. I will, of course, be creating more pages and will be sharing an updated flip every single month. This is definitely a lot of fun to film and to share with you guys. It's kind of my time to just decompress and play around with the things that I have and to get organized at the same time. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and until next time, I hope that you have an incredible day full of peace and love. I hope you all are staying safe and well, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Bye-bye, and have a great day.